Today I'm going to show you how to replace the screen on an Asus UL50VT RBBBK05. So first thing you're always going to do is take out the battery and make sure the computer's not plugged in. And then I went ahead and removed the screw covers from the screen. There's 8 screws total. Most of them are the little rubber covers, and there's 2 little stickers. So I went ahead and took those off, and then we're just going to start removing the screws. Okay, now that we got all the screws removed, we have to remove the bezel. Easiest way to do that is to use a really small flathead screwdriver like this, or one of these tools like this. Mine's a little bent and scraped up, so I'm going to use the flathead. So you just want to gently, very gently go into the little crevice around the bezel. You should hear them snap. And again, you don't want to force it, just gently go around until you get the whole thing removed. Once you get most of it done, then they stop popping off a lot easier. So now we remove the bezel. It just pops right off. And set that aside. And then there are 4 screws holding the actual screen on. Here, 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 and here. And I'm going to go ahead, there's 2 pieces of tape down at the bottom holding the video cable in place. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those and set them aside, because you'll need to reapply them after you replace the screen. Okay, now that we got those screws taken off, just gently pry the screen up, set it back down on the keyboard, and then we need to disconnect the video cable. There's a little piece of tape stuck to the screen itself, or the back side of the screen, and then the video cable you just want to gently pull backwards and straight out. It's a ZIF connection, so it just slides right out. So there we go, the screen's removed. Now we gotta replace it. Okay, so I got the new screen from laptopscreen.com, removed it from the sleeve that it came shipped in. You'll see there's still a protective piece of plastic on the screen itself, so I go ahead and leave that on. You just want to unstick the tape from the back. So go ahead and set that right on the keyboard. First thing we need to do is reconnect the video cable, which again, it's the ZIF type connection, so it just simply slides right into place. And we'll make sure it's nice and flush. And go ahead and reapply the tape. And making sure that the tape on the screen is out. Just want to go ahead and lift the screen back into place. And the video cable goes right, and there's a little groove that it goes right into at the bottom there. And I'm going to go ahead and reattach the screws to the screen. Okay, so now that the screen is secured back in place with the screws, just go ahead and lift the protective coating off. Now remember, we had a couple pieces of tape holding the video cable down over here. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's right in that little groove again, just to make sure it's in place. Go ahead and just place those back in place. Alright, so now it's time to put the bezel back on. Make sure all the cables are routed where they're supposed to be, then nothing moved. That one seemed to move a little bit, so you just want to place it back in the little groove there. And just work your way around where it snaps into place. Alright, so we've got the bezel back in place. We need to reattach the 8 screws holding it into place. So now while the screws are back in place, we need to reapply the screw covers, which again were 6 of them are the rubber kind, and then 2 at the bottom are the sticker type. Next up, I'm going to pop the battery back in, make sure everything works all right. And as you can see right there, we're greeted with the Asus screen. So everything's working just fine.